Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be looking at how to do day 2 part of HTML. So let's get right into the video. But first, before we do that, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys have any comments or questions, also give them down below in the comments box so that I can take a look at them and maybe answer them. So let's get right into what we're covering today. But before that, let's also do a little bit of recap on what we did in the first day. But if you guys are new, then I would really highly recommend you guys to watch day 1 for you to understand every basic part of what we're doing and what it's about. So what HTML is hypertext markup language, and HTML mainly is based on tags such as doc type, HTML, head, body, and headers. So if you guys do remember last video, our headers were basically from H1 to H6. But if you guys wondered, we could also change the colors. So that's basically what we're going to do today. We're going to do styling about colors. Yay, colors. So for that, let's get into the coding part. But before into the coding part, we're going to look at two different things today. We're going to be looking at attributes and properties. Attributes are things that you put inside of tags. So let's just make this a big example. So for example, if you've got a tag over here, you assign an attribute to the tag so that you're going to change the way it is. So the attribute that we're using today is the style attribute. Over here, I've marked it in red. Let's probably highlight it so that you guys can tell. Or I'll change the color of it. It's better? Yeah. So this is the attribute we're going to be using today. And note that attributes are always indicated with an equal to sign. So we'll be looking at how to code that later. But right now we're just going through the theory part. So inside of the attribute is what we're going to change. So what are we going to style for our headers? For our headers, we're going to be looking at properties of it. So properties are inside of attributes. So within this style attribute, we're going to add a property called color. So let's also change the color for this. And yeah. And after this, let me also take note that properties are indicated with double quotes. We'll be looking more of it later. One example of what we're going to include for the attributes and properties is this. Don't worry if you guys are confused right now, it'll be totally fine once we do the coding part. So now that we're clear with what attributes and properties are, we could actually go to the coding part. So right now, create a new file. I've already done so. You could just create it as day 2. Don't forget to add in the .html or whatever name that you like. So it doesn't really matter. So we're just gonna Alright, so we're at day 2. So if you guys remember from what I taught you from the last video, you would know that we're going to start off with a exclamation doc type tag. And we're going to go to the HTML tag. And we're going to add in the head because it's the head part of the code. And then we're going to give it a title. Remember, the title is the name that's going to be presented in our tab through the name of our tab on top. So we're going to give it as day 2 headers. And we're going to bracket and say colors. Normally we don't have this big name of a tag, but just so you guys are clear with what we're doing today, that's what I included. Next, we're going to go to the body part. If you remember, we're going to be adding our H1 tag. But today, since we're doing colors and we're doing styling, I'm going to add all 6 header types so that you guys can see the cool difference between all the sizes and the colors. So that means we're going to add H2, H3, H4, all the way till H6, so H5 and H6. Alright, so now that we're done with creating the headers, we can also create a p tag. If you guys remember, if I taught you in the last video, did I? Anyway, a p tag is a paragraph tag, which means you can just type in any sentence or any paragraphs, and it'll be displayed on the output. So we're also going to add another p tag, and we're probably going to add a br tag, which is the break tag, which is a single tag. And after this, we're going to type in anything at all that you want in the header tag. So I'm just going to write hi. Welcome. Whoops, I typed it in the wrong place. So make sure that you always type it between the greater than and lesser than symbol. But if you typed it over here beside the H3, don't worry, it will always show it to you in another color, which means that it tells you that you're wrong and you're not typing it in the right place. So if you're typing a header, make sure it's always white in color and not any other colors. Hi, welcome to my channel. We can also type in how are you? All right. So we're just gonna leave it at that. I know it's pretty lame, but I've got no creativity, so I'm really sorry. Okay, instead of how are you, maybe we can type in welcome to my channel. How is life? Mine is pretty bad. I'm pretty sure everyone's life is bad, but let's not get into all that philosophy. I'd be droning on for hours. So after this, I don't think there's a point in having the break tag since we're not putting anything afterwards. So before we move on to the actual styling part of the session, let's just save it and let's go check what's happening in our code. If you guys remember how you go and check your code, you always go to your file explorer and you click on whatever folder that you've created. For mine, it's HTML web development, and we're going to click on day 2, and it opens in a new tab. So if you guys can see, it says, hi, welcome to my channel, how are you? And it also says, welcome to my channel, how is life? Mine is pretty bad, which is basically what happened. And you can also see that our title, day 2, arrow headers, bracket colors, is also over here on top of our tab. So far I hope you're clear, and for the next part we're going to do the styling. So if you guys remember, I said that styling means it's about giving a certain color. It could be color, or it could be aligning. It could be almost anything that you want to do. So I'm going to teach you guys how to style right now. So when you're styling, you're going to start by going to the H1 right beside the H1, and it's in between 1 and the greater than symbol, and we're going to space and we're going to say style. So we're assigning the attribute, and you can already see here that Visual Studio Code suggests the word style for you here, and it will actually save you the effort of doing some other stuff. So we're going to click on that, and as you can see, it already has 2 double quotes. And like I mentioned over here, we're going to add a property to the attribute, which is in double quotes. So over here, we're going to type in color, and we're going to click. And after this, we're going to add a colon because we're going to assign what color that we want to the property color. So we could add in almost any color that we like. And as you can see, Visual Studio Code has so many wonderful, wonderful colors. Not all colors are wonderful. Just kidding. All colors are wonderful, so don't come against me. And we're gonna click on maybe, I don't know, dark red because I'm feeling a bit bloody. Okay, that was bad. But anyway, after this, we're going to add a similar attribute to the next one. So, dark blue. I'm feeling a bit dark today, but that's just me every day, so. So if you guys see it, it's already suggesting stuff for you. So what you need to do is you just need to take note of what you're doing because it just suggests everything for you. And sometimes they do look really good, but just choose which one that you want. So I'm just gonna click magenta. Ooh, vibey. And I'm just gonna assign colors for every single one of these. So we're gonna be typing in on our last one. If you guys see, I already typed in like many just random colors that I found. The reason why we're styling is because we want to make our output a little bit more colorful and our website a little bit more colorful because although black is just the most amazing color on the planet, I feel that other colors are important too. So we're going to add in different colors. So if you guys understand what's been going on so far, we're giving a style attribute, and inside of that style, we have a property called color, and inside of that property, we're assigning a value, which is whatever awesome color that you like, because all colors are awesome. And so I'm just randomly giving a color, and we're gonna go and check what is happening. So before that, make sure you always save, and if you guys forgot how to save, always give a Control S or a Command S if you are on Apple. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna refresh. Note that if you don't refresh and you just stare at the screen, you're gonna be staring at the screen for a long time. So I don't know if you guys can see, but the colors changed to some very random colors, but regardless, they look great. So, well, that's basically what we've covered today, and I think that this may be a bit overwhelming for some of you guys if you're just starting, but if you're not, then I think it will be perfect for you guys. You can just try it out, test with whatever color that you want, and feel free to just knock yourself out with all those colors. Plus, Visual Studio Code has some pretty rad options because if you just linger on top, if you hover on top of the word brown, you can actually change whatever color you like. You can go, oops, that's flat, that's flat. Oh, you can just change. You can even change the tone over here. So it's always up to you. You can just knock yourself out with the colors. And well, that's about today's video. It's just mostly more creative than last video. So I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And thanks for staying through this entire video and watching how to do it. And I'll see you guys in the next round. See you.